Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Lea, I'm a violinist from Germany, and today I want to talk with you about vibrato. Vibrato is a pretty individual thing, I would say, because for all of us it sounds a little bit different. It gives a special color to our own sound, which we are developing on the instrument. So I want to show you today a few basic rules and basic exercises that can help to develop a nice vibrato. The first thing I want to talk with you about is the position of your hand wrist. Because if you tend to play like that, or you tend to play like that, and you're not really straight here, it's a bit difficult to develop a vibrato. So in case you're doing either or, both extremes, try to develop, before you start learning vibrato, try to have a straight hand here. If you already know some basics of vibrato, then you might watch this video to get some ideas for exercises, how to develop maybe different speeds of vibrato, because it's all about speed and the size of the amplitude we are vibrating with. So speed is how fast our either hand or arm is moving, and with amplitude I mean the ankle of the finger, how big the movement is and how much the ankle changes of the finger. So those are the two things basically, speed and amplitude, which are creating the vibrato sound. So if you have a more tight vibrato and a fast one, it's making, physically if you would check it, it makes pretty small and close waves. If you have a bigger vibrato with a slower amplitude, it's resonating more because the waves have more space to resonate. So if you want to practice vibrato, then there are three things you can practice. Once your finger, second your wrist, and third the whole arm. For the finger, I can tell you an exercise. You put down, for example, your first finger on the A string, like that, and then you can do it at the beginning without the bow, and then after with the bow. You start to bend this first ankle, so you're training the muscle and the control in the finger. I hope you see what I'm doing. So, and then you start to do it rhythmically, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can do triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So depending on how fast you can get, you can speed it up also with 16ths. You can even practice it with the metronome, and of course you can also do it then with the bow. That's how it sounds. A bit ugly, I know, but that's how you practice vibrato. Then the second step is, of course, this first exercise, what I just showed you, you can do it with all the fingers to make kind of a gym for the fingers. Also with the fourth one. That one is a bit difficult. I would say it's the most difficult one actually. And then you start to practice also, or train your wrist. There it's really important that your shoulder is pretty relaxed. Your elbow and shoulder, they don't move a lot or almost not at all. And the movement of the hand comes from here. And if it's difficult in the beginning, put my bow away, you can hold your hand here. And then while you're holding your arm, you do this movement. Like this. And then also triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then also 16ths. And so on. Now, next step, the arm vibrato. Because you can also vibrate from the arm. This is when you do bigger amplitudes, probably you will use more from your arm. This is how I can develop it from a slow speed to a fast speed. And the key here is that the movement comes more or less from the shoulder and the elbow. So in very slow, it's this movement. So you're opening up kind of your elbow and closing it a bit, opening up and closing it. Also important here with this part of the arm, I mean wrist and also the hand itself, that you don't wobble around too much, because it's really, the sense of it is to use the whole arm in one amplitude. And your finger, always be careful, don't let your finger slide away, because otherwise it gets out of tune. So you're always pushing it higher or lower depending what you do. So always try fixate the finger in one position, and then you train it. Also here you can do it in different speeds. And with that exercise, I mean with all three, if you first train your finger, then your wrist, and then your elbow and shoulder, you get a better control about it. And don't worry in the beginning if you never did that or you're just learning vibrato, it might be difficult to do that because it really is a movement that needs time to develop also your muscles. So it can totally happen that you already struggle to do like one amplitude in very slow tempo. That this is already difficult, so it's totally normal, we all started like that. But for that I have one trick, also what you can do, because once you did those exercises, probably you will have the feeling that your violin is moving too much or it's a bit unstable. And to get used to the feeling of vibrato, you can help yourself with one tool. And that's this. That's going to be your maybe best friend for learning vibrato. It's a pillow. Then when you have this pillow, you put it somewhere against the cupboard, like this one. You put the head of the violin against it, so you can just relax your shoulder, like this, and being totally free in your arm. Little bit weight against it, but take care, not too much. And then you can do this exercise and train your vibrato. So it's getting very relaxed, and from the beginning on already you get used to not keep any tension or not develop any tension in your shoulder, which is very important because we all want to have a kind of healthy holding and which doesn't cause pain. So that's why this is a nice exercise to do. And then when you feel comfortable with your fingers and they kind of got used to this movement of vibrato, then you can take away the pillow and then do it normally and play. I hope you liked that video. If there was something useful in, let me know in the comments. And if you want, also subscribe for more videos or follow me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, whatever you're using. And yeah, let me know if you try the exercises, if it was helpful also for you for the future, like in a few weeks, if you feel some difference, hopefully. And otherwise, have a beautiful day and nice practice. Bye bye.